Hope everybody's doing well. This is Bert. I just want to kind of take a couple minutes to kind of explain to you what we're hoping to accomplish with you. If you haven't already done it, please schedule your 30-minute meeting with Barry and myself, and we are going to help you create goals for 2019. There's a process that we're going to take you through, and it's helped me grow, over 70% one year and 80% another year. And we want to basically try to standardize this, and our goal is to help all firms accomplish this. So that being said, what's the basis for what we're trying to do? And it's actually pretty simple. Um, Ray Dalio, the most successful institutional investor in the world, he wrote a book named Principles, and in that book, this is one of his little drawings he has in here. And ultimately, he says right here, goals, you know, going into the machine gives the outcome. We have to set your goals and you use the machine, and the outcome's going to tell you whether or not you're on point or not, if your machine is designed to give you those results. Below, he says, the machine is made of design and people. It's a cute image, and I think, it's relatively powerful if we process it in the right way. But by comparing your outcomes or your goals, you can determine how to modify your machine, which is precisely what we are trying to help you do. So what we have right here is what we're calling the four eyes method. Much like Ray Dalio, we start with goals in the upper left-hand corner. Your machine, and we have the outcomes. The machine will dictate the outcomes. What we have in here is it's a little bit different. So rather than just design, which we call process, and people over to the right, we put leads, because if you have a machine, you have to feed something into the machine, and those are leads. So that would be the third variable. In the middle, what we have is what we call an optimization loop. We basically execute, we accumulate data, we review the gaps from where you are and where you want to be. We identify what's holding us back or what other resources can we apply. We implement the changes and we follow through and repeat this cycle so that we learn, our machine improves, and we get closer and closer to where we want to go. It's not rocket science, but it's pretty simple. And look, this worked helping to build the largest institutional um, investment group, a hedge fund, in history. I think that in its elegance and its simplicity is the power. So, once again, the optimization review loop, we will come together and we will identify your optimization plan. We'll put in your number of leads. We will ballpark whatever your qualified leads. If you don't have those numbers, your sets and your shows and your hires and your average case values. We'll plug in these numbers and we'll create one for yourself. And in this end number that we will see, this growth in the bottom right-hand corner, will be the growth we will be hoping to accomplish by year's end. At least for those months that, after we hit traction and we really kind of get velocity on this, that you'll start to see, what's holding you back and how you can crush that and we can move forward. So, basically where we go from here is that after we create those, the goal, and we're going to get these initial results and you're going to be less than happy with them, is my guess. And in that pain, with our collective reflection, we will make progress together. So the goal setting stage, pretty simple. We do this basically once a year. The time frame, we'll establish a year to basically do it. What must we do each week to accomplish this goal is where we hit our target numbers. What resources are we going to commit to accomplish this goal? We're going to make that commitment, what we're willing to do, and that amount of money at the end is well worth our investment. And what personal calendar time are we going to commit to? And this bi-weekly calendar time that we're asking you to commit to basically is 30 minutes. First 5 minutes will identify what your goals are. Basically, where are you currently at compared to your goals? The second thing is we want to dig in. We want to identify what are your inside numbers, and those are what I mean by inside numbers are what are your people's numbers, and what is the data telling us about your processes? Because we have a huge playbook that we can pull in and try to insert things to try to improve your process. That third step is list the reasons why. First, we're going to ask you, why do you think we're getting this result? What do you think we need to do to get there? Sorry for the Socratic method, but ideally this is for everybody to learn, especially yourself and for us. And as we compile what works and what doesn't in different firms, hopefully we can smooth out that learning curve for everybody and help everybody kind of grow even faster, because that is the goal for the software, is to help people make more money. And so we want to build everything about the software, making sure that it's helping you do that. when we create that list of the things that are basically affecting it, we'll identify the 80-20, what we think are the 80-20 in the solutions, because we as lawyers or business owners, we have a bunch of things that we can do. The point is to focus on what is going to give us our greatest bang for our buck, right? We need to decide basically what we're going to commit to get there, who's going to own that result, and the schedule that you're going to use to review those results periodically. Not every 2 weeks. You want to review it more frequently. So when it comes back to us, you'll have had time to make changes, and based on these iterations, what you've learned, what works and what doesn't work. So that's basically it. At the bottom of the email there should be a link, and on that link go and click on it. Let's book it, and let's make this thing happen. Let's make 2019 an absolute great year for everyone. And in return, we're going to learn how to systematize this even more, what the relation is based on certain results, and hopefully we'll just see a lot more success. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.